Ah, 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 ah. Okay, let's go. So we're about to go to the 3 episode of Yapping and new channel release announcement. We've been we've been watching this video 22 minutes into this video. We about to watch it
Ansarada's data room
and
brings order to
continue the
transaction
session.
chaos.
Number one, money saving expert. Do not buy a house. Putting money in the bank makes you poorer. So how can we make more money? That's the question. And I know nobody here, so I'm just gonna yap about a lot of shit. I done my day, pretty much. I done my day. Now I'm here to. We're gonna uh, be here and then watch this video together. Then we're gonna, we find anything, actually me, if I find any word that new that I don't know, we gonna fight. Oh, I think I'm gonna put in another box. Oh, damn, you here? Oh, oh shoot. I think we got. I'm gonna type some more because I don't want to introduce too much. I've been introduced 3 times, 3 times already. Wait a damn minute. I'm set it up. So I'm so lazy. So I'm just gonna, you know, screenshot sports a box, and then some kind of, screenshot it again, then put it in the screen. I don't want to explain it too much. Hello. Why you not go sour yet? Why you stay here? I'll do your homework. I don't know what you're gonna do. Why you stay here? Go do your shit. Don't stay here. I'm just yapping. Oof. Where the? Okay. Okay. Everybody see it. Um. So yeah, we're gonna watch this video, find anything new, find new word, and then we're gonna talk about it. Actually, I invite my sister to join, but she have to do some kind of homework, so we cannot have another person here to talk with it. Um, we've been we've been finished. Uh, how do I make money? Polish job that actually make you a lot of money. The last time we were watching, Bitcoin into speculative stock versus crypto. So Bitcoin into speculative is like speculative is kind of like shit. I forgot the word. I shouldn't curse too. I shouldn't curse. Yeah. What it mean? Speculative. Yum yum yum. Let me take a few minutes. Speculative. It's kind of like opinion that you make a guess without any knowledge, without any like knowing for real. And you can do some like speculative. It's something like you apply for a job that you didn't know that they want new they have a new position for that, or they have available position for that. You don't know that, but you still apply it anyway. So is that's what it means in speculative. mm, yes, let's see what that's. Am I right? Yeah, am I wrong? As the last, oh yeah, based on guess, not on information. Yes, pros are done in order to make the full profits in the future. Build a speculative venture. Buy a speculative investor. Hmm, okay. Join us in the hope of getting job company although no job have been advertised. Okay. Yes. Hmm. Oh shit. Oh, bars are done in order to make a profit in the future. Oh. Hmm. Okay. Yes. Yeah, it's a new word. Yeah, it's a new word to me too. I don't think that I can realize this word without this video. I mean, I don't really. I'm not seeing this word like around as much. So speculative. Hmm. Yeah. Okay. Let's go. Now we're gonna come to stock with crypto. Who's what? No, we already done the stock with crypto though. Bitcoin, cause yes, we already done it. Or are we? Just watch a little
money
bit, then
in
let's find
Bitcoin
out.
or really anything. A lot of the value is what some people refer to as like equity. It's I bought it for like I started buying Bitcoin when it was $3,000. That other stuff is equity. It's invisible money, which in my view is theory. It's not actual money in my bank account. It's sitting there waiting for me to sell, hoping that when I go to sell, there's going to be a profit versus cash flow. If I buy a dividend paying stock,
What's a dividend paying stock?
some companies have big profits. For example, McDonald's has billions of dollars of profits.
Yep, we didn't watch this stock with crypto.
Go
Anyway,
to sell, there's going to be a profit. Money is now.
And it's okay. You just don't want to do it
At
when
age
you're
50.
At age 50.
Sure.
You really, really don't. You become more risk averse, generally speaking. So
Okay.
it just depends where you are and how much time you've got to take.
risk averse. I think I did research on this, but I forgot it. So we're gonna see. What's it mean? Risk averse. Strong digitalizing or supposed to. Spielberg averse to the idea of free. Okay. Strong digitalizing or opposed to. Okay. It's adjective. What he say? You become more risk averse. Yes, risk averse. Risk averse. Is he saying it's right? Risk averse. More risk averse. Become more risk averse.
Generally speaking.
Okay.
So it just depends where you are and how much time you've got to take that risk.
But now, if I'm investing my money in Bitcoin or really anything, a lot of the value is what some people refer to as like equity. It's I bought it for like I started buying Bitcoin when it was $3,000. That other stuff is equity. It's invisible money, which
That's other stuff. Equity. Equity. I'm not sure about the meaning of it, so I'm gonna just search it. Really much. The value of a company divided into many equal parts owned by the shareholder, or one with equal part into which the value of the company is divided. What the fuck? I remember. Okay, or one of the equal part into which the value of a company is divided. Oh, the value of property after you have paid any mortgage. Oh shit. An agreement that allows you to borrow money from a bank. Oh, mortgage. Especially. I think I know this word. Yep, I don't know. Agreement that allows you to borrow money from a bank similar. Hmm. Especially in the suburb. I thought it's just like borrow money, but it's more than that. Borrow money to buy a house. It's not just borrow money. Yes, I think everybody like often. Yes, you're right. Let's see how we. Oh, yeah, I got the first meaning of it right. Wow, it's more than just what we thought it meant. Is oh, it have a lot of meaning. Shit, why it have too much meaning? Let me see. A system initially developed from 17th to the 19th century. Let's cast it to. Mm, okay. So why we don't have any like sentence? The value of the property for the owner after it has been sold and any loan payback. The value of the property for the owner after it has been sold. After it has been sold and any loan payback. The equity in your home can be a cheap source of cash in equity and owner with hard work. Mm, hours and an oh yeah, yeah. I think I know this word. Yeah, yeah, I know this meaning. Mm, release equity. According to research, retired homeowners have nearly 700 billion pounds of equity in their home. Have lose release equity. Hmm. Why this look like I have a little bit. Yes, the capital that a company gets from selling its share rather than borrow money. The capital. Many internet firms have financed themselves with equity. Nearly so to damn this word is very is mean a lot of things. A capital of a company. Hmm, processing. Capital into the money and possession, especially was possession. Yes, okay. Um, power capital. Wow. Let's see how we can translate it to Vietnamese. Yes, I think this is what it means. floating capital, fixed capital, source, hmm, capital important. Mm. Oh, so the main idea of capital is kind of like the source, the main source that you put it in, and from that main source you can have a lot of things. For example, there is capital goods, capital construction. It at the core. It's even have fixed capital, floating capital. Hmm. Okay, so when in this example we put 25 capital into the business, it's kind of like floating capital. This one is fixed capital. Okay. Wow. Fucking English. Sugoi desu ne. The capital that a company gets from selling its share rather than borrow money. Okay. Many internet firms have financed themselves with equity. I have no idea what it means. What? Equity? So the main idea of equity is like you have something, um, you have something that's valuable, this, and then you sell it. Then the thing that you have left is equity. Your equity. Sells investor. The company planning to raise equity to fund growth land. Okay, the money value of property appears after death is tracked. Yes, that's right. Equity, but equity also one of equal part of sent to with value of the company divided. Okay, yes. He sold equity in the company last year. The right give holder the opportunity to purchase additional equity interest in the company as a big discount. Okay, okay. I think we know the main idea of this work now. Now we're gonna move on. Actually, we're gonna see what they talk. That's how they talk. That sentence again.
Bitcoin was $3,000. That other stuff is equity. It's invisible money, which, in my view, is theory. It's not actual money in my bank account. It's sitting there waiting for me to sell, hoping that when I go to sell, there's going to be a profit. Versus cash flow. If I buy a dividend-paying stock,
What's a dividend paying stock?
some companies have big profits. For example,
Dividend. Wow, it's gonna be another long stream. The profits of company that is paid to the people who all said it. Okay, number that is divided by another number. A number that is divided by another number. Okay, dividend. A number that is divided by another. Ah yeah, dividend. A payment by a company private profit to the people who own share in the company. A payment by a company of a part of it profit to the people. What the fuck? A payment by a company of a part of its profit to the people who own share. It are the same thing that they explained at first. Why does it have to be so hard? Units of ownership in a company. But the profits of a company is paid to shareholder. Wow. Why did it have to make it so hard? Dividend. Let's see. Yes. Yes, okay. I'm thinking it's right. Fuck. We just start. We're not even done 30 seconds of it yet. Fuck. Anyway.
It's sitting there waiting for me to sell, hoping that when I go to sell, it's going to be that equity.
That risk.
But now, if I'm investing my money in Bitcoin or really anything, a lot of the value is what some people refer to as like equity. It's I bought it for, like, I started buying Bitcoin when it was $3,000. That other stuff is equity. It's invisible money, which, in my view, is theory. It's not actual money in my bank account. It's sitting there waiting for me to sell, hoping that when I go to sell, it's going to be a profit, versus cash flow. If I buy a dividend-paying stock,
What's a dividend paying stock?
some companies have big profits. For example, McDonald's has billions of dollars of profits. There's three things that they can do with that cash. They can save that money for an emergency. They can take some of that money and reinvest it and open more stores and create better burgers. Or the third thing that they
It's got lagging, so I'm gonna have to restart the video. Wait a minute, I have to assist my Steam. Yep. And the thing. And the thing too. It's lagging. It's kind of annoying.
Hello, xin chào các bạn, mình là Duy Gấu Đen và xin chào mừng các bạn đến với channel Bạn Đề.
other stuff is equity. It's invisible money account. It's sitting there waiting for me to sell. Hope companies have that they can do with that cash. They can save that money for an emergency. They can take some of that money and reinvest it and open more stores and create better burgers. Or the third thing that they can do, which some companies do, not all, is they can just give this money away to their investors, the shareholders. It's called a dividend. So it's a cash payment for doing nothing except owning that investment. So if I buy something, whether it's the ETF stock or whatever, that's paying a dividend, or a rental property that's putting money in my bank account every single month or year, that's money I can use to buy food, go on a vacation, do something. Here's what, let me tell you.
You're
let me-
getting paid 4%.
Listen, so
Nobody cares.
I started buying Bitcoin at $3,000 a coin. When it was at, I went through multiple crashes. I remember when $20,000 of Bitcoin was the, oh my God, we did it. And once they hit around 70,000, I looked at this and I said, wow, I have my real estate, my stocks, my speculative, which is crypto and startups, and then 2% gold, which is now looking extra. My speculative, which is crypto and
So he's saying your speculative. He is happy all speculative. I think what he mean by that is yes, there's something that you can. It's hard to guess, and you have to make a lot of guess, and based on no information at all. Like in crypto, maybe the markets got scratched because somebody died, somebody freaking in that company died, or the owner of it. It's very random. You can never know. You already know after it's happened. So when he's saying crypto, yes, estate and stock is not. It's more easy to predict. It's not that easy actually, but as they says before, like now, what's in that word? What is the word? Oh shit, I forgot the word. Anyway, we're gonna use some Gemini for it. Oh, sorry. Trend, tendency, yes. About it's the tendencies that people now changing from cities, going back to hometown because more cheap to buy home there, and you can work like from far away, far range. So it doesn't matter if you stay in cities no more. That's what happened in America. I mean, it's happened in Vietnam too. So yeah, that's pretty much what happened. Oof, estate is not that easy to predict anymore. But anyway, speculative, which is mini crypto. And we're gonna continue.
Startups and the 2% gold, which is now looking extremely inflated. I need to lower this. That way I can have some more income. So what did I do? I sold some Bitcoin. I bought rental properties. That now rental property is putting money in my bank account every single month.
Rent a property. Damn. Shit. Are we gonna end the video now? Rent a property? Let's see. I'm in. Okay.
The Bitcoin, it's a big number on paper, but it doesn't actually mean anything unless I do something with it.
Could you have staked it, which means you can stake the cryptocurrency?
Stake. Another word. It's not stake. It's stake. The same fucking. It's the same way of saying stake. Okay. Yes, it said the same thing. Stake.
Steak. Steak.
Oh my god. How does stakes going on? Like stake. Sarah finance involvement in something said at a business. What? He hold for there's of company. Okay. The amount of money that you risk on the resource. So what the hell? So what is different in stake and equity? No, it's different. No, it's different. Yeah. The amount of money that you risk. No, it is. Yes, it's different. Amount of money that you risk on the amount of money you risk on resource. Yes. It's one or 2 weeks last we had to get in high stake blackjack casino. Okay. Stakes push the hammer into the ground can be used for to the plants formed by the fan. Oh my god, I learned English. Okay. Wow. Wow. I'm too lazy if you want to use Gemini for it. That's just the thing, which is okay. It's not just the same thing that we just do. Why something made me so much take a clam miss horse throw a stake into the ground throw a stake like throw a stake. Stake a clam. Stakes a clam. It sounds like a word, a noun, but it sounds like a verb, but it's actually a noun. Drive. Throw drive. Okay, throw. Oh, throw. Okay. Okay. Wow, now I just know that's throw. Like it's have another meaning. Move from another on foot from blade to another. Yes. Now I know another meaning of it. Nice. Better as risk security in the 15 stake becomes safe gambling. Stocking. Okay. Wow. Why this word have so much meaning? Why everything have to be so hard? Steak. You can steak. How they use this word like a verb, but it's not a verb, it's a noun. Am I stupid? Steak. Yes, this one is a noun. This also a noun. Oh, yeah, this one is a verb to raise the amount of money. We stop for the number 10 one. Stake something. St- stake something on something. A roller stable. Stake. Okay. To hold for something by fastening is to stake. Yes. Device or window. Yes, yes. Device. Wow, it's even a verb. Oh, wow. Oh, wait. Device. Okay. Fasten something to a stake. Some remains to be stuck stake soon until they are blamed. To fatten something to a stake. Wow. You using the word stake to explain the word stake? Let's be stake soon. Stake. Stake my reputation. Why is mean so much thing? What the hell? Okay. So what is mean is like you can risk in the cryptocurrency. That's what it means. Word the word equity. Oh, okay. Mm. Okay.
And make a monthly.
It's a big number on paper, but it doesn't actually mean anything unless I do something with it.
Could you have staked it, which means you can stake the cryptocurrency and make a monthly yield from it?
Get
I'm
a loan against it.
Money yield. Yuck. It's gonna be a long video. What you doing? To supply review something positive said the profits and mindful formation. Okay. To give up the control quantity chemically. Okay. Spanner break under breakthrough. Began to yield sounded seal body. Damn. To stop in order to allow vehicle to go past. To go down here you need to yield to biker. Okay. Rafi risen steadily. Drop yield. Okay. Yo. Reduce supply. Yield on gas electricity is consistently high. To supply produce something positive set it profits and mindful formation. Give up. Yes. Been this seeing this word. Okay. Yes. To yield up. Yes, this is what it means. They forced to yield up their land to the occupying force. Spine renew wrestle and give up occupy. They will not yield. Okay. Fail and assist on you. Oh, occupy. They were forced to yield up the land to the occupying force. Wow. Not me a group of people. Okay. Wow, I never know occupy mean that.
Now that's adding risk. Well, what happened if I'm
Means you can stake the cryptocurrency and make a monthly yield from it.
I'm
Get a
a,
loan against it.
now that's adding risk. Well, what happened if I take a 80% loan, 70% loan, let's 50% loan,
Yeah, it's
whatever.
very volatile. So, you
So
don't
so let's
big
take let's take a 50% loan.
Volatile. Volatiles. I see this word and then I forgot what it meant. Volatiles. Volatile is kind of like unable to guess, hard to guess, yeah, spexy. Volatiles equal woman emotion. Okay, I remember. Yeah, it changes sometimes. Yeah, hard to. Yes, when changing to get something suddenly changing. Yeah, woman emotion. Yes.
Yeah,
50% loan.
yeah, it's
whatever.
very volatile. So, you don't
So let's take a 50% loan, and Bitcoin falls by 70%, which it has. Now I'm underwater. Now what? Now the bank comes knocking on the door, margin call, you're forced to sell, and it's a foreclosure.
My point being,
on my Bitcoin.
I mean, I don't disagree. And really speaking, people should have the ability to have cash flow or cash for if things go wrong, right? That's really a super important thing, to be able to have a long-term view, to be comfortable with drawdowns, to be able to invest in startups or to invest in crypto or technology and all of this stuff. That makes sense. But I just don't think a dividend at 4% makes any difference to anybody.
Well, it does if you do it consistently, month after month, year after year.
You need huge cash to anybody.
I forgot the word dividend again. Dividend. Let's go. Okay.
Well, it does if you do it consistently, month after month, year after
You
year.
need huge capital to start with to be worthwhile.
No. If you start investing for dividend income, I call it a decade of sacrifice, and this is why it's so hard.
Yeah, but if you're 33 years old now, you're sacrificing until you're 43.
You're going to become 43 at some point. And imagine if you're 43 and now you have the income to pay for that car, to pay for the house, you don't have to worry about it. Well, do you want to have hope that you have the Bitcoin, or would you rather have more security? Again, Bitcoin, in my perspective, high risk, high potential return. And I'm not saying don't buy it.
No,
I'm saying allocate it in your portfolio in a way where you understand you are arguably one of the top crypto experts in the world. I'm
Arguably,
not.
yes.
I also am not.
Arguably, I see that word multiple times. Arguably. But, oh shoot. Use 1,000 business I believe what you think can be sold to be true. Okay. Arguably. Let's see how to.
Arguably. Arguably.
Arguably.
Arguably.
Arguably. Arguably.
Arguably.
Arguably.
Arguably.
Arguably.
Arguably.
Arguably. Okay. Arguably. 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 Arguably.
Where you understand you are arguably one of the top crypto experts in the world.
You are arguably one of the top businesses. Arguably. It's an adverb. He using here is wrong. Yes, he using there wrong though. Adverb. Okay, let's see how we can use it in a sentence. See word arguably depends on now. Oh, Eunice. What is called in English? Q10 started. He arguably. No, he's not right. He's not wrong. Oof, I'm the one that's wrong. Chứ phải tiếng Anh là gì không? Comma. Asterisk.
Asterisk.
Asterisk. Asterisk.
Asterisk. Asterisk. Asterisk. A gob. A gob. What? A gob.
Arguably.
Argue. Argue. Argue.
Arguably.
Argue.
Arguably.
Argue. Arguably. Arguably.
Arguably.
Arguably. Arguably. Argue. Arguably. 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 Arguably.
And you are arguably one of the top crypto experts in the world. I'm not. I also am not the stock expert in the world. I'm also not the real estate expert in the world. What I do is I'm probably going to be wrong. If my stocks crash, I have my real estate. If real estate crashes, I got my stocks. Crypto crashes, well, that's part of my speculative portfolio. I really don't care. And if everything crashes, I got some gold. So for me, I have to diversify against myself because I know stocks crash. I know crypto crashes. I know real estate crashes.
But if you're not starting with a lot of money, your strategy is the strategy of a rich person. Oh, I've got houses, and I've got dividends, and I've got some gold, and I've got a bit of this. That's the strategy of being
But
rich.
I didn't start with all of those. I didn't start with all those at all. I started with one.
Where did you make most of your money? Being an entrepreneur. What were
Being
you
an
doing?
entrepreneur.
Taking obscene risk.
I did. That was me.
An
But the
entrepreneur is
average,
taking obscene risk.
but if I'm making $50,000 a year, the first step, let's assume now I'm putting $5,000 aside.
Absence. In a sense, with the off, Chester. Secondly, absence. Absence profits. Size and bank absence. Absence picture. Okay.
All those at all. I started with one.
Where did you make most of your money? Being an entrepreneur. What were
Being
you
an
doing?
entrepreneur.
Taking obscene risk.
I did. That was me.
An
But the
entrepreneur is
average,
taking obscene risk.
but if I'm making
Being an entrepreneur. Wow. Even in Vietnam, it's just gonna be more absence.
$50,000 a year, the first step, let's assume now I'm putting $5,000 aside, $7,000 aside a year. I can take high risk, high potential return, or I can be conservative or a hybrid. And not everybody should be taking all the risk because not everybody, or I can be conservative or a hybrid. And not everybody should be taking all the risk. And not everybody
Conservative. I think I know this word. I forgot what it meant. Conservative. What the hell? What is this? Cast and place. I don't feel good about this, but we're gonna click in. Okay, it's just nothing. Conservative. No, we're not watching anything. Like, I wanna see this conservative. Yeah, I know this word. Just long time no see it.
Conservative or a hybrid. And not everybody should be taking all the risk because Bitcoin has risks. And again, I'm telling you that somebody who owns it. The government could come in and change policies on Bitcoin. Quantum could change.
Wow, you come back. You just go somewhere now. You come back. Hello.
Đừng để sự thiếu kiến thức về đầu tư biến bạn trở thành miếng mồi ngon cho những con cá mập trên thị trường
Miếng
tài
mồi
chính.
ngon.
Tại sao mỗi lần bạn
I was taking obscene risk.
But if I'm aside 7,000, or I can be conservative or a hybrid. And not everybody should be taking all the risk because Bitcoin has risks. And again, I'm telling you that somebody who owns it. The government could come in and change policies on Bitcoin. Quantum could change Bitcoin.
Yes, I've been knowing about this. The quantum computing. Google have one. Another company have it. I don't remember which company, but it promising to break the cryptocurrency, the Bitcoin. I mean, there's no way something that's unbreakable. It's gonna break. It's gonna be break at some point. We didn't know it's when yet, but when it crashed, I mean the field of crypto may be changing forever, or they may be updated to a new level. Let's see what we're gonna have in the future.
People could stop caring about Bitcoin. And if any of those things happen, and all my money is in this very speculative asset, I'm the one that's carrying all the risk.
So if someone has $1,000 in disposable income,
The one that's carrying
I mean, this very speculative access.
all the risk.
Speculative, island, speculative. Okay, not know anything.
so if someone has $1,000 in disposable income to invest, what would you suggest they did, Humphrey?
My take on $1,000 is has changed over the years. I used to say you could invest $1,000, but as Raul probably mentioned, 10% on $1,000 is not that much, right? So like, if you invest $1,000 in the S&P 500, you get 10%. Next year you'll have $1,100. That $100 is not going to change your life dramatically. So if I had $1,000, I'm investing in myself. So trying to improve my skills to make more money at some point.
How exactly would you do that?
When I was still coming up, I was trying to take a lot of courses online. So I tried to figure out different types of skills that I could use in the marketplace. So I took a AdWords course back in the day for like $150 that taught me how to do Google AdWords, and I would try to consult for businesses out there to try to make more of an hourly income on the side.
And Google AdWords, for anyone that doesn't know, is Google's advertising platform.
Yeah. And now there's TikTok ads and Facebook ads, but anywhere where I could be more of value to another business, I knew that economically speaking that I could command more in the marketplace. So something with that, like that, would be great. But
so right now, clearly that is AI. Because
Right.
what you saw there is like a knowledge arbitrage with a new technology where most people didn't understand AdWords. Saw there as like a knowledge arbitrage with a new
Knowledge arbitrage. The methods on the stock exchange of buying something in one place and selling it in another place at the same time. In order to make profits from different prices to say, oh, arbitrage.
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 Arbitrage. Okay. The practice of buying something, such as share or currency in one place, selling them in another where you can get higher price at the same time. Trader stage runs the best of what the hell? Oh my god, I'm about to run out of energy, like for real for real. Wow, it's about to be 1 hour already. I don't know it's take that long. Yep, I'm about to run out of energy. Let's see. I think today we're gonna finish the how would you invest um today we're gonna finish stock crypto and how would you invest $1,000. Then we're gonna stop it here. Wow, it's a long video, to be honest. Long series. So yeah, I'll start strength buying something in one place. Arbitrage, not RB and trade. Charge. It's all about it's almost trade, but it's charge. Like practice buy something to sell currency in one place and yeah, okay.
So right now, clearly that is AI. Because
Right.
what you saw there is like a knowledge arbitrage with a new technology where most people didn't understand AdWords, and you
Sure.
could be the young guy bridging the gap for people's ignorance. So most businesses now would be dramatically more efficient and effective if they understood even the basics of AI.
Yeah.
So a kid could take a course in AI. And do you know what's crazy? If AI,
Yeah.
so a kid could take a course in AI. And do you know what's crazy? If you read the top 10 books, be more efficient and effective if they people didn't understand AdWords, and
Sure.
you could be the young guy bridging the gap for people's ignorance. So most businesses now would be dramatically more efficient and effective if they understood even the basics of AI.
Yeah.
So a kid could take a course in AI. And do you know what's crazy? If you read the top 10 books on AI, you'd be in the top 1% in the world in terms of knowledge.
Yeah, I mean, if you just read the instruction manual of how ChatGPT or Claude works, you could probably be in the top 1% of prompt engineers, right? And that could be a value to a business or service, right? So
That's probably where my career came from. Was we were the kids 18, 19, 20 years old that knew social media because we'd messed around with it. So we sold it to companies.
Right.
And that started my first business. And then there was soon hundreds of us.
And there's a lot of these apps right now coming out from 18, 19, 20-year-olds. Have you seen that one profile of that guy who created Cal AI? Cal AI is this app where you take a photo of your food and then it sends it to AI and it tells you how many calories are in it. Well,
Oh yeah, this app is very good. I know, like if it's like 100% right or not, but I mean very good. But when I take a picture of my cat, it don't say how much calorie it is. So
the guy's making $50 million a year or whatever it is, and
I saw that this morning.
Fuck.
Funnily enough,
50 million
the guy's
bucks a
making
year
$50
from
million
that
a year
fucking
or
app?
whatever it is, and
I saw that this morning. Funnily enough, for $4 million a month he's making
Yeah.
from a.
like Chat. Basically, it's an
What
AI
the
rapper.
hell?
Obviously, I think he has some secret sauce that he puts into it. But a lot of kids these days are using AI to try to leverage that and try to turn them into businesses. I do want to say though, I think with $1,000 and with what Jaspreet said, I think you can still make a decent if you can make a decent income, you can start to slowly save and invest your way to some sort of semblance of retirement. I think you can still be able to
Semblance. Semblance.
some sort of semblance of retirement. I think you can still be able to retire and be financially independent without having to, let's say, bet your life savings on crypto. I know that I personally bought Bitcoin at $100, but I've sold it many times. You know, I bought and resold it so many times because, you know, when it's up 10x, you're like, oh, like, you know, if you had given me a 10x return when I first bought it, I'm like, yeah, I'm taking that any day of the week, right? Mm-hmm. And so I think that's why it's so hard. It's like Bitcoin does produce 145% return since 2012. But in 2012, no one knew how to buy it. I bought it on some random sketchy website. I got this like, you know, this string of characters for my wallet. And I tried to buy a coffee at a cafe in Palo Alto. And I didn't know that Bitcoin transactions took 30 minutes to go through. So I sent Bitcoin twice for a $5 coffee. Now, keep in mind, this is 0.1 Bitcoins, right? This is 10K worth of Bitcoin.
Yeah. It's an expensive coffee.
I sent it twice and they didn't get it. And guess what? I still had to pay for the coffee with my debit card. So where did my Bitcoin go?
You spent what, 20K on?
I spent 20K on coffee. Yeah, that could be the title of this video. This idiot spent 20K on coffee. Yeah, I literally I sent it to Koopa Cafe in Palo Alto if anyone wants to go there. I think the average person, psychologically speaking,
it's hard.
It's really hard when it goes down 80%. And if Jaspreet says you need money, like at that moment, you're going to sell it.
But your point about, I mean, the primarily important thing is income.
Yes.
I mean, and we talked about it last time I was on the podcast, is like, how do you just leverage the same skills in different ways that you can earn more money from it? Like the story I was told when I left university was, speaking to a friend of my dad's, he was like, well, what are you going to do? And my father was in marketing, and I liked marketing. But it was like late 80s Wall Street thing was going on. And I'm like, well, I'm thinking about either going to work for somebody like Mars, do marketing, you know, great company, or go and work in the city in London. And the guy looked at me and said, it's really simple, Raoul. It's the same job. You're a salesman in both. One, you get free Mars bars, and the other, you get free money. And you realize, oh, there's actually arbitrage in what you can do with the same skill set.
Mm-hmm. Well, I would say there is a point. So I agree. If it was me,
I mean, and we talked about last.
That moment, you're going to sell it.
But your point about, I mean, the primarily important thing is income.
Yes.
I mean, and we talked about it last time I was on the podcast, is like, how do you just leverage the same skills in different ways that you can earn more money from it? Like the story I was told when I left university was, speaking to a friend of my dad's, he was like, well, what are you going to do? And my father was in marketing, and I liked marketing. But it was like late 80s Wall Street thing was going on. And I'm like, well, I'm thinking about either going to work for somebody like Mars, do marketing, you know, great company, or go and work in the city in London. And the guy looked at me and said, it's really simple, Raoul. It's the same job. You're a salesman in both. One, you get free Mars bars, and the other, you get free money. And you realize, oh, there's actually arbitrage in what you can do with the same skill set.
Mm-hmm. Well, I would say there is a point. So I agree. If it was me with $1,000, I'm going to go out and invest in my income, read some books, get whatever I got to do, go start something.
To a friend,
money, logically speaking,
it's hard.
It's really hard when it goes down 80%. And if Jaspreet says you need money, like at that moment, you're going to sell it.
But your point about, I mean, the primarily important thing is income.
Yes.
I mean, and we talked about it last time I was on the podcast, is like, how do you just leverage the same skills in different ways that you can earn more money from it? Like the story I was told when I left university was, speaking to a friend of my dad's, he was like, well, what are you going to do? And my father was in marketing, and I liked marketing. But it was like late 80s Wall Street thing was going on. And I'm like, well, I'm thinking about either going to work for somebody like Mars, do marketing, great company, or go and work in the city in London. And the guy looked
It's lagging.
to me and said, it's really simple, Raoul. It's the same job. You're a salesman in both. One, you get free Mars bars, and the other, you get free money. And he realized, oh, there's actually arbiters, and the other, you get free money. And he
I
realized,
think they
oh,
they
there's actually
translate the YouTube video
arbitrage
translate
in what you can
the
do with the
meaning
same
of
skill
word.
set.
Well,
Wrong.
I would say there is a point. So
In what you can do with the same skill set, you get free money. And he realized, one, you get free Mars bars, and the other, you get free money. And he realized, oh, there's actually arbitrage in what you can do with the same skill set.
well, I would say there is a point. So I agree. If it was me with $1,000, I'm gonna go out and invest in my income, read some books, get whatever I got to do, go start something because that's enough. But if we look at time, $1,000 compounded is decent. If you go back 1971,
But how do I pay for my college loan and my house deposit, and I want to get married and have kids?
Well-
You're telling me I can't do that for another 20 years?
if I took $1,000 in 1971, I invested that into the S&P 500, and I did nothing else. I keep doing whatever I'm doing, my job, and I only invest in the S&P. $1,000. Me with $1,000, I'm gonna go out and invest in my income, read some books, get whatever I got to do, go start something because that's enough. But if we look at time, $1,000 compounded is decent. If you go back 1971,
But how do I pay for my college loan and my house deposit, and I want to get married and have kids?
Well-
You're telling me I can't do that for another 20 years?
if I took $1,000 in 1971, I invested that into the S&P 500, and I did nothing else. I keep doing whatever I'm doing, my job, and I only invest $1,000. I never invested another penny again. Today, that would be worth, if I reinvested my dividends, about $330,000. And I never invested another penny after the first $1,000 investment. Why? Because the S&P 500 has grown by a little bit over 10% a year from 1971 to now. It's something. Now imagine if I invested $1,000 a year, $1,000 a month. Now, I can't say that about Bitcoin because Bitcoin didn't exist 50 years ago. I can't say that about Bitcoin because Bitcoin didn't exist 25 years ago. And so,
How about Amazon?
what about Amazon?
That started trading in 2000, or even better, Facebook, 2012.
How do I
Do we
know?
not invest in it because it wasn't around? It hasn't been around as long as gold? I mean,
Well,
Facebook
Amazon-
has been around less than Bitcoin has.
Amazon-
Shorter time.
Thay vì mất rất nhiều thời gian để tìm kiếm học bổng du học Anh Úc ở trên các website, thì giờ mình chỉ cần đúng 5 giây thôi là đã
Create.
Sao? Yep, I'm back. I'm back.
It's a profit. How do I
Do we
know?
not invest in it because it wasn't around? It hasn't been around as long as gold. I mean,
Well,
Facebook
Amazon-
has been around less than Bitcoin has.
Amazon-
shorter time.
Creates a profit. It has a tangible value that you can see and feel, because I can go onto Amazon and order myself
Amazon
a brand new guacamole set. It'll be there in
They
2
didn't
hours.
make a single profit until what, 2018?
Well, but that wasn't because they weren't producing a value. It's because they were growing so aggressively.
So you think if you had $1,000, you should invest it in the S&P 500?
Well, I'm not saying you should. I think personal finance is personal. I think if it was me, if I have $1,000 extra and I'm just trying to figure things out, I'm gonna go buy some books. I'm gonna buy a class. I'm gonna do something about how do I increase my income. Going back to what you said, but if I'm saying I just want to work my job, I don't want to go out and do all that, I would do half into the S&P 500,
Yeah.
and I would go half into individual companies. So more risk than the S&P 500, not as much risk as the Bitcoin. And the reason why I would do this is because this is something I enjoy. I like that research side of things, and I understand this is something that I could see returns with, like you talked about Amazon, like you talked about Microsoft and whoever. There's potential.
And what about you, Humphrey? If $10,000, does your strategy change?
My strategy is a little probably more conservative or traditional. It's probably 90% index funds. So tracking the S&P. $500 and then 10% speculative. And my whole goal for that 25-year-old would probably be to get to $100,000 as quickly as possible, because at that point I think they get more options and flexibility, and they're able to kind of use that capital to maybe take more risk after.
And
Let's say
that's still 10 years with the S&P. Well, 8 years if the S&P
about
going.
7.84 years, yeah. But that also assumes that they're only doing the $10,000 a year. Maybe they can save and invest a little bit more. That'd be nice. But I think for a lot of people in America, if they can get a guaranteed $100,000 in 7.84 years, I think a lot of people might opt for that.
So I agree, but I'd remove the S&P.
4 years, I think a lot of people might opt for that.
So I agree, but I'd remove the S&P.
You do all crypto.
No, I just do NASDAQ.
Oh yeah, you do NASDAQ.
So NASDAQ compounds at 18% a year.
What is NASDAQ?
The NASDAQ is the NASDAQ 100, which is the top technology stocks in the United States. Right? We live in a world that tomorrow will be more digital than today, guaranteed. And so therefore, these stocks tend to generate the most performance. And we've talked about many of these names. That is all in the NASDAQ. So a little arbitrage is, if you want to shorten your 7.8 years to 5.5 years, 6 years, buy the NASDAQ 100. It's an ETF.
Yeah,
Zero. Cost, easy. And then I would say, and then do 70% that, 30% crypto, and you don't have to care about anything.
Sure.
You're fine. Now, if you have a different risk tolerance, you can tweak those dials, or if you are more risk averse, then you up your cash dial or some other more stable flow, whether it's gold, although gold is still driven by debasement of currency. They're all the same thing. They're all driven by the flow, whether risk averse.
Oh,
and you
shit,
have
go
to
to
cost
another
is
section already.
a little arbitrary. We've talked about many, and so therefore many of these names, and so that it's like 100, 18% a year. No, I just do NASDAQ.
Oh yeah, you do NASDAQ.
So NASDAQ compounds at 18% a year.
So we've been done with stock and crypto. How would you invest 100,000? Next time we're gonna we're gonna watch the S&P 500 versus the Nasdaq 500 to see what difference between them, what the cons and pros. So about stock and crypto, yeah, crypto is speculative. Yep, that's all. How would you invest 100,000? It's gonna base on the information you get, like investing in the long term, you see potential. Like Amazon back then, you can invest them a little bit, just leave it there, and it's gonna grow like hell. About S&P 500 when 1985, as the man with the hat said, till today you just leave $1,000 there, and then you're gonna have like around $300,000 back. Even you don't even it's like invest any money in it, but most of them agree that um, we should just invest in knowledge, like the knowledge that's guarantee high skill income. Yeah, for the dudes, the younger dudes, not the younger dude. Yes, yeah, for the younger dude. Let's see. I cannot say that. What his name? What's his name? For Yang, yes, for Yang. He is some sort of learning advertisement skill Google back then, and then he applied for multiple. He applied this and even arbitrages to new thing. And uh, Rao Pao, about Rao Pao, he is saying like let's see what he says. Oh, yeah, I mean, after all, yeah, just if having around one, oh, if going to $10,000, it's gonna be different. They're gonna invest in like 19% of index and then 10%. As Yang says, he's gonna do in traditional way. It's like a little bit conservative. 10%, 90% of index and 10% in what is that? What is that word? I have to say this word. Speculative. Yeah, it's speculative income access. And yeah, pretty much. I think, yeah, I didn't have $1,000 yet, but I think, yeah, if I have that much money, I'm just gonna invest in some skill that guarantees make me like having high potential, making more money, some stuff like that. So after that, we're gonna think how to scale those. Yep, we're gonna think how to scale those. Entrepreneur. Talking about entrepreneurs is kind of risk. Yes, very risky. What's that word say? What's the word that they just says about contract? Nope. Shit, what the word? Let's see. Of sense. Yes, the conservative. I mean, the entrepreneur is super of sense. The thing about entrepreneur is you repair. You're trying to repair the most of it, and then you can. But it's just you repairing. If you're not prepared enough, you probably die. Your boat probably gonna sink in the sea. But if you repair enough, you might not get down so much. But in the end, you still can lose money, like a lot of money. And in Vietnam, it's kind of hard to make money, and it's gonna be more. It's gonna be harder. It's not gonna be easier. Vietnam is not the good environment for entrepreneur. It's not supporting. It's not gonna support like America. Like if you got a loan, a very big loan, or your family entrepreneur, then you can say that yeah, I failed, and then you cannot go invest for like 4 years something, with no of the other band, or you just say yeah, and debt. You don't have to pay no debt. America gonna pay for you, but if it's gonna be more different. If you have that much debt, you're gonna pay for yourself. There's no way your credit card's gonna be like credit card mortgage is gonna be like hell. So, oh, it's not mortgage. Mortgage. Credit card, social credit. Like your social credit is gonna be like your money credit card, credits of your credit card. Gonna be like hell. So you cannot do anything. You have to pay those things, and it's about you. It's hard for you to create money, or even if you're in a marriage, something it's might gonna be fall. So it's very hard. Let's see. But I'm thinking about high income skill. I might doing research on that. Yeah, that's what we have for today. And next time we're gonna watch the S&P 500 and the Nasdaq 500. I never know what is Nasdaq 500, but it's just about technologies company 100 top 100 technology company, and it's very promising. Let's see what we can learn next time. Yeah, fuck, I'm out.